This podcast is certified fresh. Freshmediaworks.com.
Welcome to the Montgomery ISD Athletics Show, where each week we share conversations about everything that makes MISD athletics so great. Montgomery ISD, in partnership with families and community, will graduate all students with the knowledge, skills, and leadership necessary to thrive as productive and responsible citizens. Athletics play a vital role in student success, promoting physical and mental well-being while developing essential life skills like teamwork, leadership, and resilience that benefit students far beyond high school. The Montgomery ISD Coaches Show is fueled by EAG Automotive, East Texas's MVP since 1977. With 8 locations and a winning lineup of new and pre-owned rides, they bring the heat with hometown hustle and high-performance service. EAG Automotive, where East Texas drives to win.
With 60,000 fiber route miles across 20 states, we deliver reliable solutions. We prioritize customer service to build better relationships and a better Texas. Consolidated Communications. Let's build a better network.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Montgomery ISD Athletics Show. I'm Chris Daly. I am joined today by Kayci Moore, the head softball coach for Montgomery High School. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing pretty well. Yeah.
Nice. So, we're well into this season. In fact, we're closing in on playoffs here. Let's talk about the team overall. How would you rate the team right now? Because you're in the playoff hunt for sure.
Yes, sir. Yeah. We're looking pretty good for that 4th seed, that 4th spot. I definitely think that there have been a lot of milestones that we have met, and the goal of playoffs is it's right there within our reach. And so, the games that we have left, it's going to be, good for us to clinch those that playoff seed that we need. If I kind of had to rate them right now, we're in a good spot. Not only have we made progress as a team, to clinch the playoffs, but also as a team as a whole, our unity and our culture, we've made a ton of progress in that. It's the little things that I think people don't see. They see us on the field, they see us hitting, they see us fielding, they see us winning or losing. But, behind the scenes, in the locker room, on the bus, our posts, our pregame talks, just a ton of progress in our culture. And that's something really that I think that we're all really proud of, and that that we've been continuing to work on, especially, it's towards the end of the season, but we're still harping on the little things. We're still making sure that we're playing together as a team, that we're finishing strong. And so I'm just really proud of the girls for buying in and continuing to do that, win or losses.
Nice. And talk to me about the makeup of the team right now. Are you upperclassmen heavy, or do you have more youngsters? How is the makeup?
We have quite a few young people. We only have 2 seniors we're graduating.
Wow. We
have quite a few juniors. So next year will be kind of upper class heavy, but it's still going to be, a lot of lower class freshmen, because we have quite a few young kids on our JV level that in a couple years, in a year, maybe time span, they're going to be able to play at the varsity level. And so Our future looks really good in the next couple of years, especially next year and then the year after that. So, I'm really excited to see some of these players really grow, even my juniors into seniors. And so my sophomores into juniors. So it's going to be really exciting. The future does really look good for us.
Excellent. And talk about the present, the players right now. Call out some of the players that have played big roles in getting us to this playoff spot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have quite a few. I'll just kind of hit, my senior, Kenlyn Mills. She's our commit. She's going to Angelina College next year. Man, she has played very well this season. She has made a tremendous progress from this year to last year, being consistent as our leadoff hitter. And I tell you what, she's up to bat, and I know she's going to do something for us, you know? So she's been very, very consistent, played a really consistent role for us. And then we have our pitcher on the mound, our junior Callie. You know, she's been keeping us in the games and keeping us, you know, competitive in our tougher games. And so I've been really proud of her from the progress that she's made from last year to this year too as well. So I'm excited to see her as a senior. We have Hannah Pettyjohn. She's been a big bat for us this year. A lot of power, and so she's been consistently our 5-hole, and so she's been doing very, very well for us. And then we have, Olivia Hummel. She's a sophomore. She's been a very consistent person for us behind the plate. She's our catcher. As a leader behind the plate, she's been great, and her hitting has come into some very clutch moments, a lot of power too behind her. So it's been really excited to see her blossom this year as a sophomore. She's made a lot of progress from her freshman year. And so, and then we have a freshman, McKinley Matthews. She's actually the sister of Callie Matthews. And so got some sisters on the field. She's done very well for us in the box and on the field. I'm actually able to kind of move her around. And so that's really nice to be able to, you know, put her, you know, anywhere that I need her and trust that she's going to be able to get it done as an athlete. And so that's been really great to have, especially as a freshman. She's so young. But I mean, those are been the ones that really we've heavily have to rely on, and I'm going to continue to rely on too as well throughout the year. And so exciting stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. So if somebody in the district who's been watching you play had to characterize your team, would they call you a batting team, a pitching team, a fielding team? What's your strength that they would call out?
I would say our hitting, you know, and our base running. Like, I think that we can be very, you know, when we're hot, we're very hot. Mm-hmm. You know, we played Huntsville the first time and we scored 7 runs in the first inning. Like, when we're hot, we're hot. And we run the bases very well. You know, I try to keep us very aggressive and always taking the next bag. Mm-hmm. But I think also at the same time, we, you know, our pitching has a lot to do with it too as well. It keeps us in games. And then our defense has come a long way. But I think if they had to really look at us, they'd be, you know, they would look at our lineup and be like, okay, like, you know, that 1 through 6 is pretty strong. And so that, you know, that's if you can have over halfway your lineup be pretty strong, and then I think that you are doing okay.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So talk to me about the remainder of the season, the regular season before playoffs, what you have left.
So we play Consol tomorrow, and then we do Huntsville and Rudder. We have a out-of-district game, Franklin, just to kind of keep my younger ones in there too as well, continue to get some more reps. But Consol, they're in the 3rd seed right now. And so just hoping that we go out there and play very competitively with them, and just change the narrative. Like, we've already changed the narrative with College Station. We beat them once. You know, mm-hmm. We changed the narrative with Brenham. We beat them once. So we were able to take, you know, one game from both of them. And so I'm just hoping that we kind of have that same attitude tomorrow, come out there, change the narrative, you know, like, we're made a ton of progress, and I think people are starting to see that. Like, I think people are starting to be like, oh, like, Montgomery, like, you can't, you know, you can't just expect them to be who they used to be, right? Like, and so I think the girls are starting to see that and notice that and gain some confidence because of that. And so tomorrow, going out there, hoping to just play competitive and take one from them too as well. And then obviously go and take care of Huntsville and Rudder like we did the first time. And, you know, that should put us in a really good spot for the playoffs.
I love that. I love that. And, you know, it doesn't matter what the sport, it really, like you said, comes down to the girls believing in themselves. Once they see what you see, mm-hmm. then they win.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that has a lot to do with our progress that we've made. You know, last year it was all about like building the confidence, you know, like on the back of our shirt, it says, believe you can and you will. And so I think that last year, you know, me as a first year as head coach with the team and in general, it was a lot of learning curves, and building that foundation of the culture that we want. And then this year, building more on top of that. And so even after this year, it's just going to be a continuance of like, who do we want to be? Who do we want to be known as? And so that's been kind of like our thing, is like, who do we want to be, and like, and once we know who we are, then we can be confident in that, and we can stick by that and stick by our standards and our culture. And so, like I said, I'm really proud of the girls. They've really, they've bought into it. They've worked hard on it. They've continued to do it. It's not easy. The season is long, and it's towards the end of the year, unfortunately. So everyone's like looking, we can see summer just right there, but they want it, and so I'm proud of them for sticking in it, believing in each other, believing in themselves, believing in our goal, and continuing to work on it. So
I love it. And finally, talk about the community and how have they responded to what is an improving Montgomery softball?
I think they've like responded very well. I have some really great parents who have been very involved, and so I'm very happy with that. Like, they want to be involved, and they want to help the what we're setting in Montgomery as a program. They want to do things for us, like host dinners and stuff like that, and even like participate in fundraising and like help out with game day activities, announcing and grabbing like foul balls or whatever the case is, selling gear. And so I think just, from last year to this year, there's definitely been more participation. And I think seeing this year how well we've done, and I mean, there definitely has been some setbacks, like always, but I think seeing just the potential that we have as a team, and, as a coach, how much I care about the program and how much I care about the girls. I think they see that and, appreciate it as parents. And so they've helped out a lot. And I just think the community as a whole, I think they're like, oh, Montgomery, like they notice and starting to see us that we're making a comeback in a sense, right? Yeah. Because let's be honest, from the split, from Lake Creek and Montgomery. But so I'm really happy about that. I love Montgomery. I love being here. I want to stay here. And so, I am excited that the community and the parents have been wanting to be more involved. And I appreciate so much everything that they've done for us. And we've even gotten involved with MGSA. We host a very big, it's getting bigger, slow pitch tournament in January. And so the amount of participation for that was crazy. Like, they loved it. They want to do it again next year, want to make it bigger and bigger and bigger. And so, I just appreciate MGSA, like, working with us and, the Little League field and helping us out with that. And so it's just like little things like that, get us getting involved. And, but I love it. Like, I love being here and I love the community. And so, yeah.
Sweet. I love that. And, gosh, best of luck the rest of the season. Hopefully we not only make it to the playoffs, but have a pretty good run there.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, take care. At the Woodlands Behavioral Health and Wellness Center, they want kids to thrive, not just in school, but in sports and in life. Pressures like anxiety, ADHD, or even the stress of competition and injuries can hold them back. That's why their team offers specialized care, including sports psychology, to help kids manage performance pressure, bounce back from setbacks, and build confidence on and off the field. They provide complimentary consultations, so call today. Call 281-528-4226 or visit addwoodlands.com, because every student deserves the chance to thrive.